So, this week's been a motherfucker. So, on the off chance that you didn't watch the last episode, I, Markus Pattern, who draws, decided to come up with a comic within 2 weeks, and then at the end of that 2 weeks, and present to you my success in its varying forms and loose definition of the word success. I started off strong. Lots of interesting ideas that you're never going to get to see, so you're going to have to take my word for it that they do in fact exist. I ended up sticking with the one that I felt I could tell more concisely within the parameters of the 2 weeks and a short comic. The delicate task that I set myself in the last video that everybody watched. The concept was a riff on Killing Eve, but this time Villanelle is deaf and she's bested by a target who starts blowing Alpha Stepper and using the lighting rig from Kanye's performance at Glastonbury, which then morphed into a deaf couple shooting the shit in a cabin in the woods. But they're being attacked by the spirit of the woods from Princess Mononoke, because that's how my mind works. Did you know that Neil Gaiman wrote the US dub? Yeah, you did. My thinking was that I would give Death Killing Eve. I forgot that Villanelle is the actual name of the assassin, not Eve in Killing Eve. Did you know that Jodie Comer played Rey's mum in Rise of the Skywalker? She'd be wearing a jack-o'-lantern helmet that would sense vibrations and vibrate in her mind, and she would see the surrounding area through the vibrations. That was how she would go about doing her job, sneaking about a house while being deaf. I like the idea of using sign language as the only forms of communication in the comic as well. No text, just sign language. I ran with that concept as far as I could get it, but I'll be honest with you, I got about as far as her target is standing over her, gloating, railing off a long monologue, and she just signs, "I'm deaf," while pulling a cute face. And that's about as far as I got. And I thought, well, yeah, I wasn't happy with that, getting that far. I wanted to go a little further, so I backpedaled, and I just went back to Eve and Arthur just shooting the shit in the woods, and I went from there. That's where the idea of the farm came out. The idea of the big beasties who hunt using vibrations to find their prey. The idea that the Black Road is what keeps them safe because it's full of chemicals that fuck with the beasties' oral tracts, and they don't like that smell, so that's why they're kept away. Kind of like how they stopped jungle elephants from eating, I think it's Indian crops. Instead of just shooting them or whatever, they plant a plant that the elephants cannot stand, so they don't come anywhere near the crops. Working with nature to stop nature from working you over, I guess. End of week 1. The script is done. The character design. I've thumbed out most of the script. I am good to go. So, I'm in a bind. I live in Brixton because I'm cool. David Bowie lived here. Born here, really. It is also half term in Brixton at the moment, and my little bundle of joy and energy and vim and attention seeking is off. And she's taken up all my free time, which is fair. I didn't have her to ignore her. Literally what free time I had, I didn't have. So, there's no excuse. I should have made do with the time that I had available to me. That's what professionals do. Ideas that I thought would be fucking cool and would work out really great ended up not working out great, or I executed them in a way that was like I know I shouldn't have been doing it that way, and I could have done it better, but I did it the wrong way anyway, and I added extra time to my artwork, so instead of having 3 or 4 pages done, I'm stuck on 1 page because I, for some reason, can't work out how to do a simple pullback of a camera to reveal a greater environment. Like the sensible me, like the me who's sitting here now, would say, well, just draw the panel bigger and then just zoom in on it. That's not the Marcus of 3 days ago. That motherfucker was stupid. I had to abandon the idea of using sign language as the only way of communicating, because there are some words that just don't have any direct translation, like run or motherfucker. It'd been a lot of finger spelling. Don't think I would have executed it particularly well. So, and then there's this. The reason why the beard is fucking gone is because, like, about halfway through week 2, I got ill, and I'm just generally fucking ill. I figured, oh, well, if last time I got ill like this, I've shaved off most of the beard because basically all the pollution gets caught up in it. But like, because my beard trimmer is shit, basically this is the result. This. I don't like it, and the wife don't like it, so like everything just fucking sucks, and I want to fucking die. Also, another side effect of being ill, other than the loss of the luxurious big beard that made my entire personality a thing to behold, is that basically, like, well, just ill, and I couldn't work. I have fallen far short of my target, far shorter than I was actually anticipating of falling. I was expecting to only fall a little, as opposed to a lot. To all the people who watched the previous videos, I must seem like quite the loser. Hi, Dad. But if there's one little thing to be taken from this, one silver lining in a pretty shit cloud storm of stuff, is I quite like Eve, and I quite like this world. I quite like the dynamic between her and Arthur. Not that you get to fucking see it because I haven't drawn it, but, you know, I do like it. And it's something that I want to explore. The story seems like, to me, a bigger one than the initial 6 pages I had written would allow. I could leave it at the 6 pages. It is a concise story, but it seems like there's something a bit more to be had there. There seems like a bigger story that I would like to tell. But I'm not going to be able to turn it in such a tight turnaround as what to do. Flip the coin again, I guess. So, heads, I explore. Tails, I abandon and start another comic. Tails, I explore. Fantastic. So, snatching a tiny little bit of success from this massive failure, I'm going to go away, and hopefully the next time I sit in front of you like this, I will have an actual comic of some description to show you, some sort of success. The comic, as I'm naming it at the moment, is called The Thump of the Forest. The main character is Eve. Hopefully the next time there'll be something more like that, more along those lines. And because apparently you need a regular update, in the next 2 weeks, I guess I'll do another one of those drawing your style things, or some fan art or some shit. Yeah, it'll go up, or it won't. One of the two. Yeah. If you click like and subscribe. If you want to support me in any way, shape or form, the links are down below. I hope you have a lovely day. If you don't, maybe think about why you're not having a lovely day. Apparently, sugary drinks are linked to depression. So maybe not drink any sugary drinks, or drink more whiskey. As the old prophet says, when shit happens, get the whiskey.